Hey everybody. You know what? I keep forgetting to I guess I just write the regular thing. You think by now I'd have this organized where three guys. I feel so handicapped when I do this. There we go. Hey Slim. Oops. Hold on, let me just pin this and then I'm gonna you on while we're waiting for the other guys to join up. Did I do that right?
What's
Stop.
going What's
Oh,
going on? What's going on? I'm coming. I'm
are you
coming.
there?
Yeah, I'm coming.
I know you're not serious right now. Did you not tell me the lighting
Well,
was going to be better?
oh, hold on. Okay, this is not good for you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
It's the
Hold
same
on.
light as 2 weeks ago, fam.
Hold
Okay,
on. Hold on.
that light, that right there,
Okay.
do that. Oh my goodness,
Okay. Okay.
seriously.
I had to. I had to
What?
revert.
From the mind of Mr. Ellis here? What's going on? And I just seen Val.
Yeah.
What? Everybody dip on time. What?
I
You know
heard
what?
you. Yes,
For a
what?
hot second, I thought you had no shirt on. Don't ask me why. I'm not hoping or wishing. I'm just saying it looked like it. Hey Val,
Me
Going
or
on it.
Slim?
you,
Oh, how you
You.
doing?
Val, Val.
Not
I'm gonna
We're
today.
on
pick
some
on you for a
we're
minute.
on some foolery already. What's going
Not
on?
today.
Yeah. Hold on, I
Man,
gotta close my window.
I was about to free the nipple.
No, no,
I was about to
no
free the
freeing
nipple
of the
for the
Nah,
nipple.
episode.
listen,
Okay.
she don't allow me to pull mine out. You can't pull yours out.
No,
All right.
no, yours are too. First of all, sir, in the green shirt, yours are too special. Leave them where they are, please. Everybody's not ready for the holy barbells and piercings. We're not able right now. Please. So, Val, I want to ask you a question. What does your T-shirt say?
Millennial Gen Z dating the company.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Very nice. I like the promos. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Word.
How is everybody today? What's going on?
It's
Man,
hot
I
in
ain't gonna lie
Jersey.
to y'all. I'm tired. I've been going nonstop for maybe like a week and a half straight, and it's not even over yet.
Doing what? Or who?
Listen,
Multiple things: work outside of work, helping my homeboy move.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. I like to stay busy. I like to. Apparently, I've been doing everything but recording podcasts.
I'm not gonna get at you about that. I'm just gonna leave that particular one alone. It'll manifest when it manifests, and yeah.
But how are you? How are you doing? How you
Okay,
feeling?
wait. No, I'll answer that after because I
Yeah.
think everybody's kind of like talking at one time. So Val, Slim, what's going on? How are you guys doing?
good, good. Everything's good. Just wrapping up my semester. Been waiting for this moment. So,
Slim,
you know,
you don't own a
excited.
lamp.
Hey, you just said my light. It was good. You just
When
said
you
my
stood
light.
up, when you stood up, your lighting was good, and then you sat down. My
Is it
friend, my
is it my
guy.
shade? Is it my shade? Is it what are you trying to
Can
say?
you,
That's it. I can't get no brighter.
I
All right,
know
listen,
2 weeks ago you said to me that
listen.
right there, whatever you're doing right there, do that. Stand up for the next hour and a half.
This is an awkward position. It's a real
Okay.
awkward position. How about this?
That happens sometimes, though. You know, when you guys put us in awkward positions and you want us to stay still,
Yikes.
it's
Yeah.
compromise. You'll be all right. You'll be all
Oh,
right.
the motivation's a little different though.
See,
Yeah.
look how pretty you look now. You look pretty and bright like everybody else. Look how nice that is.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Let me do something to stand this up. All right. How about
Okay, so ask Val how he's doing in the meantime, and while you're getting situated, then we'll come back to you. Val, what's up, Juan?
We're doing
What's
good. We're
going
doing
on?
good. Right now, we're in Boston. I don't know if everyone on here is from Boston or around the area. We got some thunderstorms, so you might be hearing some booms. So I apologize in advance. But other than that, we're good. We're chilling. We're here. We ready for this interesting conversation I think we're gonna have today.
Hey,
That's
Val,
just,
you on the East Coast with me, Val. You got any y'all been going through that heat wave like us?
Oh man, I almost fainted. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Almost fainted.
So I'm
Yeah,
curious.
it was
it's
What's
hot.
the
not hot.
temperatures up there?
Oh,
It's about today we broke 100. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like right now. That's why I got this headband on, like somebody from the '80s, to stop the sweat from the bald head, because it's hot.
You know,
It's different.
dripping down your face, running into your
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. The workouts is
Okay.
different, man. This temperature.
So, Mr. Slims, now that you're situated, we could see your pretty face. What's going on?
Nothing much, not much. Like I said, just working. You know what I mean? Just finishing up the school semester and waiting upon this. You know what I mean? To reunite with my guys and gals.
Aw, that's so sweet. I feel like we have to have like another conversation about, I don't even know. Like, I feel like 2 weeks feels like too long, but it's also like enough time for people to like, you know, build up the anticipation. But
Definitely.
yeah. So, I am good. I started my training program, and man, I feel like I've been out of school for a million years, so it's really difficult to like focus. And the woman's voice, like, it's like watching paint dry. Like, I can't deal with it. Like, so I'm trying to stay focused and stay motivated, because I know like people financially supported for me to be able to do this, and I do want to do it, but yeah, it's killing me. But outside of that, you know, everything's good. I'm gonna go out a little bit later and go play and mash up somebody's life.
Hey.
So you relieve that stress.
You know,
I'll-
there's gotta be balance. There's gotta be balance. in
I'll
life.
be expecting the voice note or message in 2 days at least.
Wow.
I need some detail.
Really?
If you're gonna mess up somebody's, you're not just gonna do that and think that I need to know how you
You
about
know
to
what
mess
that
up their life.
entails. What does that entail?
Yeah. How like my boo
wait,
Jasmine Sullivan said, I need to know the hotels. Not
That's a
saying
lot
the
of
hotels, but you know.
yeah, that's a lot of telling. That's ah boy. I'm sure there's somebody who has blocked me recently because they're not getting access to me the way that they'd like to, but you know,
It'd
things
be like
happen.
that sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be
Yo.
like that sometimes.
AJ, I gotta ask you a question though, man.
Oh
Like,
man,
you know,
I'm scared. Okay, what's going on? What is it?
like 2 weeks ago, I jumped on your live feed, and
Uh-huh.
oh boy, who was acting like his girl just to get the video screen time with you.
Yes.
You remember this like 2 weeks ago, and then
I do. Yes.
like how do you deal with that on a regular basis? Because that would like frustrate the fuck out of me.
Can we get a little bit more detail into this?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I missed something.
I did a random live just because whatever. But I did it in the daytime, and so a friend of mine who lives in England jumped on the live, and so we were having a conversation, and then there was somebody that was in the chat that kept trying to insert themselves in the discussion and trying to draw attention to themselves in the conversation. And I just, you know, politely ignored it. And interestingly enough, the person messaged me after to say, like, you know, whatever it is that whatever their level of interest is. Honestly, I'm used to it. I'm used to it by now, and so I just don't really pay attention. A lot of times I just laugh stuff off. So like when people message me, I just put like the LOL, or I'll put laughing faces, and they'll say, "Oh, but I'm really serious," and then I'll just continue to put the laughing faces until they just stop talking. Because
Yeah, but you went
try not
against
to
your
be
better
rude.
instinct.
Yeah, because I'm not really trying to engage. Like, I think the thing is, because I'm a sexual content creator, a sexual content provider, people just automatically think that I want to have one-on-one conversations with them about sex without getting paid. If you're paying me to have conversation, fine, no problem, I'll talk to you. If you're paying me for counseling, fine, no problem, I'll talk to you. But just to have a random conversation just because you're there and you like me, it's not really of interest to me. My thing is, if I like you, you'll know. If I like you, I'll shoot my shot. If I like you, I will say something to you. If I like you, I will hit you up. You know what I mean? If I don't come for me because I didn't send for you. Just stay where you are.
I feel it.
So, can we stop talking about me now? Because this is just like weird. Okay. Do you want to do the video conversation first, or do you want your series of questions first?
Up to y'all.
Ooh. So are we gonna wait till the end for introductions and things now? Or I didn't know because I was late the last time, so I had to
Lord of his mercy, I forgot the spotlight. Come, Mr. L, I'll take off the glasses to Ross. Introduce yourself. You know what, Mr. L, because you backed off the lenses, you get to go first. You're not even gonna go last this time.
So I didn't
bar.
back off the lenses. My glasses are currently broken right now.
Oh.
Yeah, nah.
We like it. It's very nice. You can see your
thank
whole.
you.
We like it.
Appreciate it. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Mr. L, the host of From the Mind of Mr. L podcast, um, where we discuss sex-related topics, educate, entertain, and just talk filthy on there. It's a fun and good time. You would learn something, or hey, you might branch out and try something new. But it's the same as my Instagram handle, From the Mind of Mr. L. There we go. I pass it on to one of my brothers. Oh, well, I'll get the little razzle dazzle at the end of
Can
it.
I get the razzle dazzle?
They have to wait to
Hold on.
the
I feel
end
like
to
you're
get that.
cheating us. I
They have
feel
to
like
wait
you're
to the
cheating us.
they
Can
have
we
to
get the
wait
razzle
to no,
dazzle?
they gotta wait to the end to get that.
We looking like, is he done? Nah,
Come
it
on,
ain't the
come
usual.
on now. They get
Right?
they get
So
the
no,
razzle
Usual
dazzle at
trailer,
the
right?
end.
so no double dose of razzle dazzle this week. We're just getting it one time.
They're just getting it one time. You know, now you
Yeah.
know me. You know, if I say you're gonna get it one time, foot goes down. That's the one time. I don't know. Y'all couldn't see on the camera. Foot goes down the one time. When I put my foot down, that's what it is. There go your extra dose of razzle dazzle. Just know
He
that
said,
when Mr.
I
L
said what I
says,
said.
I said
I
what I
said
said.
what
I got it. I hear you. I hears
I,
you.
for all my submissives, they know I don't repeat myself twice.
Mm.
We're
Mm.
not those people.
Just let it be. You asked for razzle dazzle. I gave you razzle dazzle. Did I not, gentlemen?
You know what? I'm just gonna leave you alone because I feel like you're just. I'm just gonna leave you alone. Come, Mr. Val. Let the people know who you are, what you do, where you at.
What's going on, everyone? Good evening, wherever you are, morning, evening, night, afternoon. My name is Val. I am the runner of dating_Gen YZ. I'm here because I want to advise everyone who's interested in having fruitful relationships, cultivate the dating and relationship lives that they deserve to have.
Absolutely.
Boom.
We like it. We like it. We like it. We like it. Mr. Slim.
Yes,
Mr. Barbell
yes.
Slim. That's what I'm gonna call you. Barbell Slim.
Barbell, I like that. I got a little double entendre. I like that. This is Slim. Instagram handle Slim Stay Scheming. I'm representing the 973 Vibes. Like I said, always, every episode, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Audible, and Apple Music. Every place you can find a podcast, 973 Vibes.
Okay. And of course, I'm the girl of the crew, AJ Badass Jones, host of the Pum Pum Chronicles podcast and all these wonderful things. Y'all know me.
I forgot to give you those horns right there whenever you come in and give your introduction.
Right?
Yeah.
Those horns should be right there.
We're gonna start with questions. We'll do the video. We'll do the video after because I always feel like it's a heavy topic. No, you know what? Let's start with that discussion so we can end on a happier note because I feel like we did the reverse the last time. So let's start with the heavy topic first. Okay.
Cool.
So the topic of discussion is rejection. So essentially it is this guy was so these women were on a patio, they were having drinks, enjoying each other's company. And this man, I'm not even gonna call him a gentleman, this man, this Dutty Crosses man, was trying to pick them up. And so what the video didn't show is they had politely declined him 3 times prior to that, and he just kept coming back. So when they captured the video now, what it shows is they're rejecting him, they're turning him down, they're telling him to like, no, we're good, we're not interested. And he got in his feelings and went to his car to get his gun to come back and fire shots or intimidate them or whatever it is. So on the topic of rejection, I don't know who wants to take this first. Let me know who's going first. Do I pick somebody? Who's grabbing it?
All right, I'll take it. So, I mean, honestly, I think you chose this wisely. You're talking to 3 gentlemen. I mean, even with our little raunchy side, we're still gentlemen. And we still got respect.
Yes.
That's how this shit works. Pretty much, I don't react like that. I can't see none of my fellas reacting like that. I don't really consider him a man at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you got rejected disrespectfully, you know what I mean? You just keep it moving. Like, you shot your shot, you missed, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I mean? That was insecurity. His feelings were obviously hurt extremely. You know what I'm saying? He was embarrassed, I would say. And I'm not going front. Like, it did kind of make me do a little bit of how can I say, reflection, I'll say. When I'm thinking past relationships with girls would be like, you know, as a man, be like, yo, man, curve that nigga, yo, curve that motherfucker, as in,
Right.
you know, let them know what's up, you know what I'm saying? And I've heard women in the past say, oh, well, I don't do that, or I just entertain it because I'm scared. I don't know how you're going to react. You know what I'm saying? So for me, prior to really, I mean, I've heard instances like that, but for me to actually like see it, it helped me conceptualize, you know, like that shit really, you know, or be a little bit more empathetic to women, because I'm like, fuck, you know, I ain't got to worry about if a girl I mean, girls don't really shoot their shot like that, but even if they did, you know what I'm saying? If I curved them, I feel like I don't really got to worry about them being embarrassed, coming back, seeking retribution in terms of violence and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I do know that I'm not, you know, I'm single now, but when I do get in my next relationship, you know what I'm saying, I may change my rhetoric, you know what I'm saying, when she's dealing with other guys and things like that, because, you know, that could have went sideways, you know what I'm saying? Like that could have, the videos don't show it if he actually let off or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
I was listening, I was listening for gun shots and shit, but that's
So,
definitely changed my rhetoric.
let me ask you. So we've all had not like personal experience, but personal enough experience. Either we know somebody that's done it or something. So, you know, like one of our guy friends or a guy that we know or a guy that we're familiar with shoots a shot at a girl. You're outside, right? And she keeps walking. She doesn't say anything. And he'd be like, fuck you anyways, bitch. You're not that cute. Fuck you, you know, you fat bitch. Da da da. But prior to that, he's like, yo, baby, let me holler at you. Let me talk to you. Where you going, sexy mama? Like pure lyrics, pure chat. And the second she says no, she's a dirty bitch, she's a dirty whore, she's a fat cat, she's all these negative things. When 3.5 seconds ago, you're trying to jump in her gut for, you know. So if you have a friend who's like that, not necessarily goes to his car to get a gun or whatever the case may be, but you know, you're outside, there's a lady that walks by, he shoots a shot, she politely declines and he goes on a rant. Do you check him or do you allow it?
You check him. I mean, personally, my niggas don't do that shit. And if my nigga did do that, I would clown him. You know what I'm saying? If he started doing like that, like I would literally come to the woman's defense. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, it's short of her like really like initiating. You know, like, especially if it's done politely with class. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you pressing her now, you just mad for you to take it there. I just feel like that's some cornball shit. So like, I would definitely check my man. I would check anybody who do that shit. They ain't even gotta be my man. Anybody. If I walk down the street and I see a nigga getting at shorty, and she like egging him, and she walk past him, and he, you know, like you said, fuck the gun. If he just get aggressive, you know, start talking,
Right.
speaking out of character, his tone get, you know, violent to the point where it's intimidating. Nah, I would definitely check.
So George Cruz, I think it is, said men like that have fragile egos because they feel they approach a woman in a respectful way. So when they reject them, they take it as, oh, I was trying to be nice, but you're making it seem like you're too good. Okay, and that's actually a really good point because it's like, okay, so Mr. L, I'm going to put this to you. Should a woman accept a man's advances, like if he's polite, or should she stick to her guns? Like if she's just not feeling it, she's just not feeling it. Answer that for me. And the other question that I just asked about, like if somebody that you know reacts like that to a woman who says no to him, do you check him?
All
And should a woman say, okay, well, let me stop and talk to you because you were polite in your approach, or can she still respectfully decline him and keep walking?
So this this topic is very heavy. I'm gonna try my best not to spend a whole bunch of time because I don't want to take away from what anybody else has to say. But if anybody has listened to my podcast before, you know that I advocate for men to do better. This video was disgusting, disappointing, upsetting. Like I was angry because, like they said, it's a male ego thing, and because you hurt my ego, I feel as though I have to hurt your ego in some way. And to me, you have no self-control. It's something not clicking up there mentally where it's just like, yo, accept your loss, continue moving. Why do you have to try to physically? It's one thing. So like you were saying, we see, and I'm heavy on Twitter, so I see all the time when men slide in women's DMs, they like, hey, no, I'm good, and then all of a sudden, like you said, oh, you're a fat cow bitch, or you're ugly, or you think you're all this or that. That, like, take your L and keep it moving. It's as simple as that. So the same thing with if one of my boys was, if that did happen, I'm like I'm like Slim. Like for the most part, the guys that I hang around with, they don't move like that. But in any instance that does happen, hey yo, you need to relax, bro. She told you no, relax. You're good. Like why do you have to do this? Like I asked personally because I want to get down to the bottom of it. Why do you feel the need that you got to attack her like that?
Right.
Why do you feel like just because she said no, like you're not entitled to her? So not like no. So when it comes to, it's hard for me to say should a woman, even if the man, I think the question was if he comes to her politely,
Yes.
she sticks to her guns. It doesn't matter how you come at her. If she's not feeling you, then no. And and I hate to say that because even when women say no to a polite man, it doesn't mean that he's going to give a polite response. So I know women who have said yes just in fear of their own safety.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's like I can't be like, yeah, stick to your guns because you just no means no, although you're saying that to him, to the other person, that's not what they're receiving. They're receiving the no, but then they're receiving the, oh, you think you're better than me, or this bitch, this that, or the
Mm-hmm.
other. So it's, you do in that moment what you feel is the safest thing possible for you to do. That's what I am a firm believer in because we see it all the time. Men are out here wilding when they get rejected. They're out here wilding. The video that we're talking about, there's absolute, when it comes to guns, that's my last resort. If my life is on the line, or a family member of mine, or a
Yeah.
very close friend, that
Yeah.
is my only resort to pull out a gun on anybody. If you're endangering me or mine, that's when the gun. Now, and I'll try to exhaust every other avenue before I even do that. So for him to automatically jump to a gun because he got rejected, that's something that no amount of talk, that you have some psychological something going on
Yeah.
up there. So no, lady, if he's polite, if he's not polite, whatever it is, if you don't like it, if you feel like your only option is to, for your safety, is to accept his advances, then you do that. I'm sorry, I apologize because you shouldn't have to. Women shouldn't have to worry about. They shouldn't have to go out and get tasers. They shouldn't have to keep a gun on. I've seen people like, yo, ladies, keep that gun on you. Me and you have
Well,
talked.
shit,
You like, yo, you keep that
everybody needs a
thing
gun.
on you too, just in case. But it shouldn't have to be that way. I can walk out and I can go in public outside of just being a black man. I can go out and walk in public and I can be perfectly fine. I don't have to worry about anybody stalking me, anybody harassing me, anybody trying to physically abuse me. But women, they cannot step outside their door without having to watch over their shoulder because of the way that men act based off of rejection, or they're just infatuated with a woman. So therefore, you got stalkers now. You have people who are going to try and harass them. It's so hard, and I wish there was like an absolute answer that I could give, but there isn't, because it all falls on the male community. We have to do better as men, keeping our boys in check, keeping, like Slim said, even if you're not my boy and I see you acting wild, like, hey yo, relax. What's the deal? Why are you acting this way? It's up to us to do that. There's no amount of, I don't want to say there's no amount of self defense that a woman can have, because it shouldn't have to be that way. And even then, you don't know what a man is capable of once he has his mind set on something, especially once that ego is broken.
Yep.
The possibilities are endless as to what he may try to do. So I hope they answer the questions. I kind of forgot what they were, but
Yeah, you did.
it's just sickening to me that, like, I apologize to all the ladies out there who've ever had to go through this or feel this way, because y'all literally can't go through anything without that fear, that possibility, because men don't know. I saw a video where one woman was walking to her car from the store, and dude walked for like a block following her to her car,
Mm-hmm.
just continuing to try because she would not accept his advances,
Yeah.
trying to get in her car. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would never
No.
do anything
I
like
get
that.
it. There's that saying, there's a lot
I
of
may
fish in
try
the
more than
sea.
once.
Yeah.
There's that saying, there's a lot of fish in the sea. There are plenty of women out there. Plenty of women out there. One, you need to check yourself, because that's probably why you're getting turned down, because of the advances and how you act. But if somebody tells you no, I'm good, keep it moving, go on to, I guarantee you're going to come across, at least depending on where you're at, 5 to 25 women throughout the day, throughout the week. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll get a yes, but if you don't, you're fine. Keep it moving. Leave that person alone.
Sure. Let me just read this comment real quick. If my friend gets a gun after rejection, I'm running too because now I'm an accomplice to a crime if I stay with him. That
Smart.
friendship is canceled. Mr. Wright had stated that the person is an egotistical tyrant who's certainly narcissistic and needs therapy. He basically shouldn't be approaching any woman until he himself is healed. I absolutely agree with that. Val, what is your take on this, especially because your field and area of expertise is dating? Men accepting rejection, going to the extreme when they are rejected. If this is somebody that you know, what would you say to them?
So what I would say to them, the thing is, okay, they're already upset. Their ego was broken. It was in front of a crowd of people and the girls as well. So my first thing is to try to mitigate the situation, right? Because I can go off, and granted, he could be my friend, but I'll go and talk to him and be like, hey, calm that down. But that's probably going to escalate the situation. We don't want that,
Right.
So what I would honestly do, I would pull him to the side and be like, is this what you're really trying to do? Like, are you serious? Like, they said no to you. That's it. Call it a day. Like Mr. L said, like, there's other women around. You know what I mean? We're gonna get rejected. It happens. You just got to deal with it.
Low
When I hear
averages.
stuff like that, it's like it's childlike. It's like you can't get this toy that you want, so you're just gonna lash out. You know what I mean? Like a grown man is basically lashing out because he's trying to talk to this girl, trying to get this girl, but he can't get it. So now it's just like, oh, fuck everything. I'm just gonna shoot, blast, whatever it is. It's sad, and it makes us look bad. Like, gentlemen, good men out here, it makes us look terrible. It makes us get rejected even more because they're afraid. Women are afraid of what our reactions are going to be. It's like, okay, they see this video, the first thing that majority of women want to do is be like, you know what, I've been in that situation before. You know what I mean? Obviously you have the women that's just like, I've never been in that situation before, but now that I've seen this, I might be a little bit traumatized at this. I got to move a little bit differently. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's not the women's job to have to be afraid because of what other terrible men are doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's on us. Like, we need to take responsibility. We need to be accountable. We need to be able to take rejection straight up.
Yeah.
It's sad. It makes me feel bad. It really does.
So I know for me personally, I haven't had a situation that extreme where someone's gone to get a gun, but I have been in the situation where I've gotten cussed for not accepting someone's advances, or, oh, you're going like you're too nice, what you la la la. And I'm thinking, and in hindsight, it probably wasn't the best response, but I will turn around and be like, yeah, I am too nice. Definitely too nice to talk to you. And I keep walking. After watching that video, though, I promise you, I would never respond to anybody again like that. I wouldn't even say anything at all. I would just keep looking straight ahead and keep walking forward. Because the thing is, if you say, oh, no, that's okay, I'm not interested, thank you. Oh, what? You don't like me? Like, and then the second you respond, it just has the potential to go sideways really fast and become something really ugly, because what they're not hearing your polite decline. What they're hearing is that you've rejected them. What they're hearing is that as much as they want you, you're not interested in them. And then instead of them hearing it objectively, what they start to think to themselves is, oh, well, what's wrong with me? Why she doesn't like me? Oh, you think you're so nice? You think you're somebody special? Man, everybody is somebody special to somebody. You know what I mean? If I wasn't somebody special, you would have been looking me to begin with, not because I said no in as much of a polite way as you proposed, the question to me or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, go sit down somewhere, reevaluate your life, go sit down somewhere. Like you said, there are the ratio of women to men is like what, 12 to 1, 21 to 1, 200 to 1. There's more of us than there are dudes. Like, if one woman says no to you, I promise there will be another woman that will say yes. Okay.
And this goes back to it just being like, even with your polite decline, and even when after that, if the man is still going and you ignore him, oh, now you too good to hear what the fuck I got to say. Like, there's no end to it. And
There
that's
isn't.
You just don't stop, yo. I'm sorry, they just don't stop. I'm not all of them, but
Or if you keep walking, it's like, oh, what? So you're too good to stop and talk to me? I'm like, no, I'm just in a rush. I gotta go somewhere. Okay, well, just stop for a second. Let me just get your number. I'll call you. We can talk. No, that's okay. Oh, so what? Like, you can talk to me clearly. So obviously you're not that. Like, it just.
No
Yeah,
means no.
and I don't
No
even
means
know.
no.
Right, but the thing. Okay, so my question then to all of you, like, you can train somebody from their young to be polite and respectful, but if they were never brought up that way, how do you correct the behaviors of someone who's grown and thinks that they're right?
you don't. You can't. That's an individual internal shit going on. That's deeper than just regular politeness because initially he was polite. You know what I'm saying? That's a deeper seated problem that's within, in my opinion, because like you said the best, you initiated politely. It's the rejection you can't handle. You know what I mean? He needs to work on his coping skills personally.
Right.
He needs to work on his coping skills, honestly. That's what it is from a psychological aspect. He can't cope with fucking rejection. And he probably, you know what I mean, somebody tells him no, even in his adult life about anything. He probably can't follow rules at work. You know what I mean? He's probably that type of person. Just doing some type of psychoanalysis type point. Because
hold on one second. So Miss Goya Bean, she said that she's had a situation where she's been so scared that she's given the person her number and then blocked them. That's another fucking creepy and weird thing. It's like if you actually stop to talk to the person and then you feel pressure to give your number to the person, they're calling you right away to make sure that you've given them the right number. And that in itself, like, that's just, yeah,
it's extremely
it
scary.
sometimes makes you afraid to like leave your house and go outside, because if you're going outside for like a simple thing to go to the grocery store to pick up a bag of milk, and then you encounter a situation like this, it makes you feel like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have groceries delivered to my house because I can't chance it. Right? And God forbid you're a pretty woman or like a drop dead gorgeous woman where you just like you're not thinking about those kind of things. Like you're going about your business to go do whatever it is that you have to do, and you get sideswiped by people like this. Like that's just great. Like you can't be on a patio having drinks with your girlfriend and enjoy your evening for fear that someone is going to want to approach you, not understand that you're just hanging out with your girls, and now it's a volatile situation, and you have to be looking around to see if someone's going to draw a gun and like come shoot you because you said no.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I didn't even consider that, what you had just said about, you know, because at first I was going to say maybe it's better for, you know, Shorty to give him his number, just block him or shoot him a fake number. But if he goes to verify that on the moment, you know, that could potentially lead to another problem.
And then worse if it's somebody that lives in the same area as you.
I was just going to say that. Like,
now
I was
you
just
bust
saying
this
that.
person on the road a second time. That's like,
you
gave me your number and you blocked me. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. What if you're on your everyday path and commute to work? Right. And now you see this mom. What if Miss Goy Dean accept the number, block them immediately? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then has to cross paths with this motherfucker again. Like, that could potentially be a problem if he's a fucking dickhead. So, you know what I mean? Maybe she could spin it and say, you know, oh, well, you know, I had something else going on or whatever, or, you know, blame it on anything just to, like, avoid it, to de-escalate it from that point. But that's a lot. That, like Val said, that's a lot of fucking pressure on a woman. You know what I mean? Like, just to avoid it, motherfucker.
Royalty, the queen, what's up, lady? She said, but they will call from different numbers. Girl, talk your talk. It's so true.
Because they got like that Google.
Because you know what they'll do? They'll check to see if you've actually blocked them by calling from another number or calling from somebody else's number.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
They realize you blocked them, you blocked their number, then they want to cuss even more.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is fucking nuts, yo. Like, I'm sorry, you're a woman, and you know, obviously you have female perspective in the comment section. So as three gentlemen who don't identify with that, and
I love you guys for it.
And we don't roll with niggas who get down like that. It's really hard for us to even conceptualize this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fucking, you know. But you guys are on the shitty end of the stick, for lack of a better term, in this situation.
I will say, you guys are my tribe. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for the efforts.
Don't have me come to Canada.
Yeah, but even within like your circle, to know that if you have a friend or you're associated with somebody that would respond that way, that you would check them and let them know that what they're doing, that shit's not cool. I appreciate that, because there are a lot of guys who would just kind of laugh it off and be like, Yo, man, and they won't even say anything. They won't address the problem. They'll just kind of like sweep it under the rug, knowing in their heart that that shit is not okay. Knowing that if that was their sister or their auntie or their cousin or somebody that they love, that they wouldn't be all right with it. But for the fear of not, creating ripples or whatever the case may be, they just don't say anything. So I love you guys. I love you guys for the fact that you would check anybody who would do that bullshit. And the thing is, like, even without you guys saying that you wouldn't do that, I know already that you are men. You are men, not boys. You separated from the Tegaregs them. You guys roll differently. And I know that already, and I respect you and love you for that. So let me just say that. Whew. Okay, we got to change the subject because I feel like I'm getting upset now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Okay.
I went going at Hulk in this like.
You want her to you don't want her to rant like she did last week.
Man, I feel like that's me
epic.
right now. Like I'm trying to hold back the rant that she.
Yeah, word.
Okay.
Word.
So,
men, let's do better. That's all I'm gonna say. That's gonna be my last words. Let's do better, fellas.
okay. What's the position of love? Missionary or cowgirl?
Oh, damn, AJ.
I'll go last.
That's a good one.
This one. I'll go last.
That's a good one.
Who's going? Who's going first?
I'll go first. For me, it really don't matter, honestly. Like, it really don't matter. It really don't. Like,
Just as long as you're getting some, right?
No, not even that. It's just that's a good ass. That's the stroke that count, in my opinion. But for me, it depends. If I'm making love to you, then it's missionary. If you making love to me, then get on top of me, mama. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, damn. Okay.
That's how I do it. So,
ladies in the chats, the ones who are looking at Mr. Barbell Slim, jot that down somewhere.
You just gave me a different.
If he's making love to you, it's missionary. If you're making love to him, bitch, get on top.
Get on top, yo. You better hit them squats, yo. You gotta hit them squats so you can ride with them thighs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got weak knees. There's no squatting going on. I'm so sorry.
All right, so it's just the resistance bands, right?
I'm not even trying to front.
Get the resistance band.
The resistance band.
There's no maintenance out in knees.
We're gonna get you right. We're gonna get them knees right.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep, that's all right. Summer 2022, we're gonna have them knees right.
Oh boy, really? Is that what we're doing now? Man, that's a lot of work.
Damn, yo.
Just get on the knees.
I'm about to ask you a real pressure question about those knees.
Okay.
How do you I'm guessing when you deliver fellatio, you're not on those knees, or you use a pad? I mean, do you?
Oh yeah, we don't use knee pads. I don't know, Mr. L, is that a hint? Why do you keep flipping the camera around to the front part? What's going on?
Nah, I wouldn't do that to my fellas. Nah.
But
Appreciate you, sir.
You know what? I will, like, big and serious as a grown woman, I will take the soreness on the knees. I don't mind. We don't do knee pads. We take the pain. We embrace it. But you see that squatting, bouncing up and down business? That's a little different. It's not the same.
So I'm still gonna let Val go, but I just have something to piggyback on what Slim said, because he definitely just gave me a different thought perspective with that. So it'd be more like, yo, if it's me loving you, I'm a missionary. If you loving me, then
yeah.
So yeah, I think that would,
actually, that's a very good answer.
You kind of are like catering to his thoughts, because if like, all right, this might be a little uncomfortable. I know my leg's gonna hurt afterward, but I'm gonna get on top because I love him.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man, you could look at me, you could take control, you could draw the stick a little bit. I'm saying when you
put your hands on the throat, press down a little bit.
It's a little different thing. But if I'm on back, if I got you a missionary, then I'm driving. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm driving.
Go ahead, Val. Go ahead.
Val,
ready to tag in.
What is the position of love, Val? Missionary or cowgirl?
I'd have to say missionary, honestly, because you're dropping the L word, love. You know what I mean? So missionary, you guys are looking at each other. You know what I mean? Like, girls can drive on top, obviously. So I mean, it's, as I always say, every time we go live, I'm always saying something about it's all about the mental. You got to stimulate my mind. Yes. You know what I mean? So it just makes sense that while we're doing what we're doing, and I'm looking at you, it's missionary. It's missionary.
Okay. I like it. Mr. Smuttis.
I got that. When we're done, I got to circle back to that one. Go ahead.
Mr. L, what is the position of love? Missionary or cowgirl?
So, I'm a sucker for love. I love the idea of love. I love all of that stuff. Love it. Missionary is my favorite position overall, in general. But I also believe that that is the position of love, because I can see you, you can see me. We are, we're in close. If I'm thinking of love, I want to be close to you, whether that's feelings or physically. I want to be close to you, and I feel like that exchange, the one that you can't see, like you can feel it when you're closer to them, and that's what it is in missionary. Um, I can gaze into your eyes, you can gaze into mine. I can whisper something in your ear. I can tell you I love you in missionary. I think it just hits differently when I'm doing that in missionary than if it was it reverse cowgirl or regular cowgirl?
Regular cowgirl.
Regular cowgirl. So yeah, I feel like I can get closer to you and say those things, and you can see these facial expressions of mine like really well just right there. And as well with the whole choking and everything, if you want to give some love taps right then, all for that. Um, but like, yeah, grab the back of my neck. Like if I'm right there close to you, I want to feel your fingers squeezing, like pull me in tight. That's what I think about when I think about love. Again, the closeness of it. And I know, like Slim was saying, she get on top, she doing her thing, she's showing me she loves me. Missionary, I think you both can show each other in that position, because she been getting them Kegel work exercises in, been putting them Benoit balls in. She squeezed a little bit while you stroking, like, yo, y'all both going at it, and it's right there. Um,
You just
yeah,
got real descriptive, and I feel like it's a little bit warm in here now.
Slim
Just
said
a little
somebody.
bit.
I don't know if Slim talking. Are you muted? I think, brother. If you talking to us,
Slim,
can't
we
hear
My
you.
can't hear
fault.
you.
You can't hear
Can
me.
you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay, now we
There
can
you
hear
go.
you.
I apologize. Damn, that was good too. All right. Now, what I was saying was, for me, like, if I can get down both, because if a woman is on top of me and I'm squeezing her tight, like, I need to be able to feel your energy. You know what I mean? If her legs is wrapped around me, like literally around the back of me, like, for me, that's just as good as missionary for me. Like, that's still a transfer of energy. That's still, I can still look in your face if I need to. I can feel you mashed against me. I can feel, our skin touching. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
So when you think of love, like I want to go, I want to go deep. I want you to feel the depths of my love, and I like yeah, cowgirl, cool, but I'm really gonna get in there. Like might be a little graphic, but like if I'm going balls deep in there, and I'm making sure you feel everything. I'm making
not
sure,
Trace.
and
You gotta get underneath the motherfucker, man.
you said what?
You gotta get underneath the motherfucker.
So is that okay? So not in a dumb sub type of way, or not
Right.
in an overly aggressive type of way. Is that a better position because you're in control? Does that make sense? What I'm asking? Okay,
So
so like
taking
when
out the fact that
girl,
you like to.
when the woman is on top, right?
Mhm.
Like you can push back, you can interact with her, but when she's on top, she's basically setting the pace and the rhythm, right? Even as
Yeah.
much as you can respond to her and you can push up from underneath, if she eases up off of you and decided that you're not giving her all that dick, she's gonna let the rhythm be dictated by herself. That's one thing. So is missionary a better position because that's your intention of showing her how much you love her?
That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say with my original statement. I feel like with missionary, I'm in control of the stroke.
Okay.
I'm giving you more. If you on top, not necessarily bouncing on some shit, but just like on a rhythm and giving it to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you could still have that stroke, but it's gonna be your stroke. I gotta respond to your rhythm. I gotta catch your rhythm when you on top. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on top of you, then I'm delivering it. And it's a
Right.
different, not on a power submissive type of way. No, not like that, but just on a
With intention.
control, yeah, with intent type of way. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you
I can
this:
control your response at that point. I feel
in
like when you on top, you're controlling that response.
in missionary, have you ever fucked a man back?
You're
Oh,
asking
I
me?
love it.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I do.
in
Pretty no,
missionary.
no, right. um,
That's a problem
Talk
for
your
me.
shit. Don't act like
That's a
that.
problem.
You know
That's a
that's what
problem for me.
you do.
I will
Pleading
say,
for
I
you.
will say that it depends. Okay, it depends on the type of missionary. So if my legs are free,
Mm-hmm.
where
You
he's
put the
not
phone down. I thought
actually
we was
putting my
about to get
legs
a
up.
demonstration. I thought you was gonna throw the leg up. Like if my leg is like
Yeah,
this.
no. That's what like no, put this no.
It's hard not to do that, but
Yeah, if my legs are not being held up by his arms in some way, so if my legs are free where I'm able to like put my legs around him or even like have my feet on the bed, then yeah, I definitely fuck back. And even if my legs are up, I try to rock with his motion. But if he has my legs up and his intention is to like search for my soul, then all I can really do is bawl and scream, beg for a little bit of mercy, and just take the funk.
You know, another thing too, and I'll be honest and say I don't know if it's the females, but I know majority of men that I've spoken to love to look at a woman's face when she's finishing.
Yes.
So I have a feeling that there's females in here that's like, well, I like to look at a man when he finishes as well. But that's another thing
Yeah.
that I know that brings you closer as well. That's why I'm just like, it has to be missionary. It has to be.
Yeah.
I want to see. I don't care if you got an ugly, face. Like, I love seeing it.
Yeah, we have.
do.
I don't know.
Like,
I just feel like the sexy finish faces are for the movies. Like I don't feel like it's like
They don't
cry
exist.
faces. When people cry, they only look good in the movies when they cry. Like in real life, we all have an ugly cry face. Like there's nobody that cries cute. Not even babies. Babies don't even cry cute, and babies are the cutest things on the planet. You understand? So it's like,
So I don't know outside of myself here who, if you're masturbating or you record yourself or you have your own sex tapes. But one time I went back and I was like, oh, let me go back and just watch it and let me listen. I lie to you not, that was the most ugliest sounding shit. I made a noise. I was like, the fuck did this lawnmower come from? I was like, my face was like, shit, the nut was fucking fantastic. But I was just like, yo, everything else. It's like women enjoy this. I don't understand it.
I don't know. I like my sex tapes, man.
I don't necessarily think it's
it was like
we like knowing that we can cause you to do that.
That's what it is.
It's not necessarily about, because the faces are never really cute. Sometimes you get like a little sexy 1-2 look, or they might bite their lip, and it's like an arousing time. But it really and truly, it's just about knowing that we can make you do that and make those noises. And especially for like the guys who'd be like, oh, I don't really make noise when I have sex, make love, fuck, or whatever. And then you push them to that point where they sound like the lawnmower. They sound like something coming out of the middle of the trees and the bushes, like a wild beast. Yeah, it's like a runner. You gotta back yourself on the back.
Man, I finish obnoxiously on purpose. I do.
What?
I finish obnoxiously on purpose. You're gonna hear every little thing out of me. Every little thing.
Okay, so you have no problems being vocal.
Nope.
Okay. Okay, I was just about to ask everybody else okay, all right. Do you feel like that enhances the sex or makes it better when you're vocal?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it does. And the best thing what I'm always trying to do, really, I'm trying to come simultaneously with you. That's what I love. That is the best thing.
That's the shit that make people fall in love and go to your house in the middle of the night.
Can I insert Domnus in real quick? So
come at the same time. With a stopwatch show.
So sometimes, in my whole little dom scene, whatever y'all want to call it, but if I'm sitting there and I tell you not to come, one, you just do it because I told you to. If you don't, there's punishments, but you don't know the method behind. There's a method always behind my madness, and one of those reasons, just a little secret, I want to come when you come. It's a beautiful thing. So if I tell you to hold it, and continue to tell you to hold it, it's probably not all the time, but there are some times because it's like, yo, I know I'm right there too. Because at the same time, it's going to be great. Now, decide to go ahead and come anyway. Guess what? You just ruined that little surprise. The whole moment is gone, and it's your fault for being disobedient. If you would have listened,
wow,
that sounds terrible.
Okay, hold on.
All right,
hold on.
Back up.
Well, what if she's multi-orgasmic and she can have multiple orgasms and still?
If I tell you to hold that one in particular,
we're looking for that one.
I'll get the other one out of you. Don't worry, I'll get the other one out of you. But if I told you to hold that particular one, I don't give a fuck about the 2, the 3, or the 4 afterwards. I want that one.
The massive one. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about the one that's gonna put you to sleep afterwards. That's the
Val, you don't agree with them. Val, come side with me, Val. Please tell me you don't agree with that.
You didn't see Val nod his head? Bastard.
Listen, I'm here.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
everything and no stuff.
I'm looking a friend. I'm looking a friend to be on my side. Val, you don't
So-
side with them. Come, Val.
I have to side with AJ on this one. I have
Thank
to.
you.
I have to, and it's only because you said multi-orgasm, you know. So I know that she's going to come again. So it's like, let that come. I'll take out the next one. I'll take out the next one. I'll take out the next one. I don't know. That's just me.
So
Right, collect them. It's like going Easter egg hunting. You collect them until you get a full basket. You collect them. What do you mean?
I'll try to stop you. You know what I mean? Like mid-stroke, I'll try to come out for a second. I know eventually at some point you're gonna. Like I'm not naive. Like I know it's gonna happen. As long as you give me that big one that's gonna put us both to sleep afterwards, I'm good. That's the one that I need to meet you there. I need to meet you at that one because I only got one in it usually. Females on the other hand got a whole bunch of them in me. So I need to catch that right.
Let me tell you something.
That one that I
If you
told
decide
you.
you're going to stop in mid-stroke and pull out, I'm still coming without you.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
So if you're pulling out in mid-stroke to stop yourself from coming because you want to prolong it, that's what. But I'm going to still come without you. So you can just jump back in and.
Oh yeah. So that's why I said not all instances.
I don't think it's gonna be the same though.
No, it's not. No. So
Oh.
with that, if that's the case, and I'm doing it for myself, like oh, all right, I need to chill,
Yeah.
and I pull it out, like I'm still gonna be playing with your pussy in some way. So I'm gonna still help you get that nut out. But when I said it's gonna be that one nut, and I know that her holding it, even if she is multi-orgasmic, her holding it will make that one nut even that much more intense from her holding it. No. I mean, each pum pum is different, you know. Pum pum is different.
I love you. But yeah, that's true.
If you're in my hands, just trust me. Listen, do as I tell you to, and I guarantee you it will bring you pleasure. And then we'll get the other. Like I said, we still gonna get that. I'm not gonna be like, all right, you got that one out, now we're done. Nah, if I know you're multi-orgasmic, I'm big into orgasm control and orgasm play and orgasm torture. So, I want the waterworks. I want all of it. So don't tell me that you can't come in or watch me bring it on out. However, I'm gonna keep going till I'm satisfied. Till you either sometimes like, yo, let's see who pass. Are you gonna pass out? I'm gonna give out first. Which one is it? And I guarantee you're gonna pass out first.
Pass out.
Yeah, man. You using all these different words, bro.
Yeah, like he's talking with some serious strength that is like beating chest hard. Pass out. Pass out?
You ever blacked out from some dick?
So I'm gonna ask the next question because we're getting
that's a yes.
right now. Have I ever blacked out from penis?
You never.
She went right back to the question to answer that. Go ahead.
You know what? I probably.
It sounds like a yes to me.
I must have, like blacked out, like in the middle of it or at the end.
During. You never just lost consciousness?
No, I'm too much of a control freak for that.
Subspace?
No, I'm
I see what you're saying.
I'm too much of a control freak for that. It's like for the same reason, like I don't fall asleep after. Like I'm that person that will get up and go make a sandwich for us both. You might be sleeping. I'll put your sandwich on the nightstand. You can eat it when you wake up, and I'm gonna go watch a movie, and I'll come back and check on you. But yeah, I'm too much. Even when I'm in sub headspace, I'm still too much of a control freak to allow myself to black out that way. Now, granted, I feel like if I had a deeper connection with someone, which I'm hoping for, then I would allow myself to go there because I would be comfortable enough to know that they're not going to do anything weird or fucked up or take advantage of me. But I don't think I've gotten there yet. Let's move along.
So this will be my last sprinkle, and then we can go in because I'm not gonna get too filthy on Instagram. You know, they start kicking niggas off and shit. But just there've been there's been one particular woman who I was involved with, and she, like during mid-stroke, I could feel it after, especially after a while of, you know, us doing it. I knew when she was about to go into it.
Right.
And you don't stop stroking. Yeah, but you don't stop stroking. If the feelings were overwhelming, she either came a lot or whatever it is, but you don't stop stroking. You keep going. I would keep going, get that one deep stroke, and it would usually be in missionary too. and get that one deep stroke. Boom, bring it back to. Keep going. She'll let me know, like, oh, I feel like I'm about to go. Hey, you're good. I got you. Keep stroking. Boom. I think the most is maybe about 3 or 4 times in one sitting.
I was just going 3-4 minutes. I was about to say, yo, she was unconscious, guys. I'm about to say, from a meditating nigga, I'm in a meditating.
And
You
this
have
is
to
not me
call
like trying to, and this
911
is
for
not me
me.
trying to
Yo,
brag.
she is having a fucking stroke. What the fuck?
This is not me
That's
trying to,
not
and I
what I'm
think it.
No, you're
Part,
good. I would have been
A
scared
lack
of
of
shit.
oxygen to the brain?
part of it. Like, I'm not sitting here like trying to be like, oh, it's my dick, you know, because hey, nigga be slinging dick like that. But like, poom pooms are different, and
Right.
so I knew what was triggering to her poom poom and what would cause that to happen.
I think it's also to the emotions. Like if she's emotionally tied to you or emotionally connected to you, especially in the way that that level of trust is developed between the two of you, yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
could
like,
get that. You could get that
and
all the
that's when
time.
aftercare comes in. But
I haven't hit a blackout, but as soon as I do, you guys will be the first ones to know. I will let you
Appreciate
know.
that.
I hope
Whenever.
whoever life you about to go try and ruin. Fuck you,
Right? Whoever gonna catch it after this one.
Is it okay for your partner to ask for head when they need it, or should they wait until it's offered?
Oh, I'm biased. I'm
Hey,
biased.
baby, go ahead. You want your pussy? Hey, come on.
Val.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
I want Val. Val said, "Woo."
I need to hear that one more time.
Is it okay for your partner to ask you for head when they need it? Baby, come suck on this pussy for me. Baby, come suck my dick. Or should they wait until it's offered?
Okay. So, I hate doing this, but I feel like there's levels to it, to be honest with you. I feel like there's levels. If it's someone that you just met kind of thing, and you kind of want to keep them around, maybe you want to kind of sort of wait. But if it's something that you're just like, no, I'm trying to get this, I'm not talking to you the next day, then it's like, can I get this? Like, come on. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
If you guys are in a relationship, I feel like it's a little bit different. I feel like you can ask because it's almost like, yeah, of course I'll do it. Then y'all do what you
Word
guys.
up.
You guys can ask.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Closed mouth, don't get
Exactly.
fed.
To the
Yes.
slush guy.
And then
Literally and
yeah,
figuratively.
yeah.
Word is bond.
And then like when you're married too, like me,
Yes.
like it's almost like sometimes you don't have to ask, but
Yes.
then you still. It's just an open line of communication. To be honest with you, no matter what level you're on, just have an open line of communication. With the exception of if you're just trying to get whatever you're trying to get that one night and then call it a day, then you do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So here's my take on that. For me, like I'm always been like I said, this is my first time single in a very long time. I've always been the man in a relationship. I'm like Val, where I feel like we're in a relationship, especially if we're cohabitating. I should be able to communicate to you and ask that. Now I've also been told, don't ask. It's weird when you ask, and I can that always baffled me because, if we can talk and we friends, and I can ask this of you, and you can ask this, and we do it anyway. You're gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on a time frame or whatever the case may be, or I just got horny. You know what I'm saying? I went to quit one real quick. Like, I don't understand what the problem is in inquiring about that. Now, like Val said, if it's somebody you want to keep around, or maybe like you're newer, you may have to, you don't know how they're going to respond to it. I mean, if you're just starting off, that's one thing. But, if I'm in a relationship with you and I'm horny, I'll just pull my dick out. Like, I will.
That's what Shiny said. Just pull your clean dick out, slap it on my forehead, and we're good to go.
I was
Shiny,
trying my best not to laugh. That's hilarious.
Lipstick laundry, like tap 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 on.
Word is fine. I'll do weird shit to put on your elbow and shit. You know what I mean? Like, Like, I will.
You said that the person said to you not to ask because it's just weird. Did she tell you why it was weird?
She just felt like I was putting too much pressure on it. Like I was like forcing it. And I was like, well, I don't understand because like, if I don't force it, you may not do it. You know what I'm saying? Although you're telling me it's going to get done or whatever. If I don't really let you know like what it mean to me or how bad I want it, it may not necessarily get done. You may very much skip over that, especially me because I eat pussy. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do that independently. Me and your pussy ain't got nothing to do with you sucking my dick. So
wait, hold on 1 second. Sorry, there's a question in the comments for Val. Is it ever a problem if you or your spouse just want head, nothing else?
So you're saying spouse, and I think that's the key word there. If you're saying spouse, then I don't think so, because there's going to be moments where your spouse is just going to want that. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's going to be moments when your spouse is going to want sex. So if it's a consistent thing, like they only had only one head and like that's it, then I would look sideways and just be like, you need to question that. You
Right.
guys can have a conversation. But if
Right.
it's like sprinkled in there kind of thing, I don't think that's an issue at all, honestly.
Okay. Mr. L? Sorry, hold on. Big up the wife, a day of royalty. We love you. Yes, we see your comments. Big up yourself, wife. Sorry.
Who's that?
Mr. L?
Yeah, I am. If you want some head, boo, yo, ask me. Me being me, I love eating pussy. I love it. So I might be asking, hey, baby, let me eat your pussy. So I might come to you about eating your pussy before you come to me about, hey, you want to eat my pussy or can I get some head? But I don't take offense to it if you ask me that, hey, can I get, because once again, worst thing I can say is no, not all the time do I might not feel like fucking. And I'm like, yo, baby, yeah, I can do this for you. So cool. Yeah, ask me. It's not weird for me. If that's the case, like I'm a firm believer also in closed mouths don't get fed. I can't always read your mind, and not every little thing is always picked up. So like, yeah, to slap it on the dick slap my dick on your forehead type deal. Like, I mean, hey, if that's the vibe you want,
Put
I'd
on
be
my shoulder.
happy to. You already know what time it is.
You know, I'm sitting down in the chair. You come stand beside me.
I kind of like the tap on the forehead thing because it's like a knock, like, hey, you know why I'm here type
Then
deal.
you're blocking my view if I'm watching TV. Put it on my shoulder.
But if you tell me, that's what I said. If you tell me to tap it on your head, then you don't care about the TV at that point. But yeah, I think it's okay to ask, and that's honestly, no matter what level you're at, if you feel comfortable enough with the person, we're like, yo, that's what I just want to do, or that's what I want right now. Like, hey, if even I have that respect for fuck buddies or friends with benefits that I've had, where like I could be like, yo, you trying to suck some dick? And then I've had response where like,
just like that.
Dang, I've been waiting on you to ask. Like, yeah, I've been thinking about sucking your dick all week. Well, why the fuck you ain't say something?
Yeah,
I'm big into communication. Communicate things. If you
I'm
want something, communicate that.
I'm big into affection, so like even if my shorty is out, like she ain't gonna be my shorty. If somebody I'm digging, you know what I mean? We out on a date, we on our ride back. I'm good chances are I'm riding with one hand on the wheel and the other hand is in between your legs the whole time. Promise. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know what it is. Like I'm a big I don't really believe in PDA too much or PDA, but if we in the car and we leaving the spot, we on our way home, hotel or wherever. Yeah, I'm gonna let you know what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like before we even get there, I'm gonna be caressing your thigh or rubbing your thigh now, rubbing your pussy while I'm driving. Like I'm gonna be doing all
that. If you're in the middle of something, like you're in the middle of work, let's say, and your person just feels like she wants to suck your dick, is it okay for her to interrupt your day?
Yes, absolutely.
Am I dropping public?
Absolutely.
Is that a
You want to come to the office?
Because some people would be like, you know what, not right now, like later.
Fair to say.
So this will have to fall into play. If my woman would be know me, I stay busy. People around me will tell you one thing about me is I stay busy. I'm always doing something or whatever. But you will know, like, if it's something absolutely important that I can't get to or do, then I hope she would have to understand, like, all right, baby, I understand. When you get home though, just know it's going down. And even if I get home and I'm tired, I would still want her to know, like, all right, you had a long day, it was rough, cool. But outside of that, any other time, I can be in the middle of a meeting. Let me get that text message, cool. Hey, well, listen, like, wrap up during this, that, or the other. You coming up? Am I coming down to the car? What's the game plan?
I think a reason to get out of work, yo, in a heartbeat.
So I will tell you, I've taken a meeting with my boss while I was sitting on someone's face. And it didn't start off that way because he was on the bed. I got a call and I'm saying to him, like, we have to stop. He's like, just sit here. And I'm like, that's not really gonna work out too well. And he's like, you've got excellent control. You'll be fine. Come sit on my face. So now
I'm into that.
I love it. I love it.
It was a very short meeting, let's just say. I don't know what the excuse was that I made to get off the phone because, like, there's only so much control you have. And for me, like when I'm having an orgasm, I can't think about like 5 things at one time. I just want to focus on the orgasm, have that, and
That's
then
the
move
fun.
on to whatever else comes after that.
That's the fun for us though.
So low key, the exhibitionist and the sadist in me comes out then, because like one form that I enjoy of sadist is like embarrassment a little bit. So it's just like, all right, let's see if you gonna fuck up. Don't fuck up. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat your pussy, and oh trust me, just because you're on the phone, I'm not gonna let up. Let me see if you can hold yourself.
I'm gonna hone in on that button.
Yep.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
Yeah.
just wickedness. Like,
But then
why? Why would you do that?
the
That's
exhibition, that's when the exhibitionist in me takes over, and I'm like, ooh, you're on the phone with somebody while I'm eating your pussy, or I've had someone be on like answer the phone mid sucking my dick, and I'm like, yo, you really answering this? Cool. Might plug it a little bit down the throat, see if you're gonna gag on it, you go hit the mute button quick enough. It's thrilling. Some people get adrenaline rushes from roller coasters and shit like that. Me, that's my adrenaline rush.
that's funny, listen,
Val, I
shoot.
got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
And not just for you, but I'm targeting this one towards you because this is specifically about dating advice. So, for the gentleman, you may or may not have experienced at some point in time somebody that you're interested in who says to you she wants to wait 90 days to have sex to see if it's real, if whatever, to build a bond, to see, how you guys vibe. She doesn't want to just jump into the sack right away. Okay. So I recently came across a meme that said that men should wait 90 days to spend money on a woman in the same way that a woman would withhold sex for 90 days to see whether or not it's real. Does that make sense what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is it an unfair expectation for a man to spend his money, take you out, and all this sort of stuff over the course of 90 days without getting any pom pom in return? Or does that matter?
Wow, that's a loaded one. I love that question. Um, okay. So when I first heard your question, the first thing that I thought of, they're two different, distinct things, right? And then after that, I really thought about it, and I'm just like, it sounds like expectations, period. You know what I mean? From both sides. Like,
Mhm.
you're a man, so you should be paying for this date, and then the man's just like, oh, well, if I'm paying for this date, they're expecting to get something at the end of the night or whatever it is. So I think on both sides, they shouldn't expect anything, to be honest with you, because nowadays, women do pay for dates. Women hate that. I know that. I hear that. I'm probably going to hear it in the comments. It's okay. But nowadays, women do pay for dates or they split, you know what I mean? But then obviously you have the women that are just like, no, you're a man, you're going to pay for me. Everybody does their own thing. You do your thing, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like straight up, I don't think anyone, men, women, should expect anything without having a conversation about it first. So if you want the gentleman, okay, I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit actually. Gentlemen, if you are asking a lady out on a date, I think that it is okay, and I'm only gonna use the word okay specifically because it is kind of like an understanding. You're asking for the date, so it kind of says that you're the man, you're asking for the date, you should pay for the date. That's not the wrong way to think about it at all. You know what I mean? It makes sense. But after that, that's why I said okay. Should you expect that though? I don't think that you should. I don't think that you should. It's a conversation that needs to be had. Men, just because you had a great date with this girl, you know what I mean? Everything was great, the conversation was rocking and all that stuff, whatever. Just because it was a great date does not mean that you should expect sex after. You know what I mean? Um, then you mentioned the whole 90 days thing.
Yes.
Honestly, it all depends on the type of individuals that you guys are. But obviously, if you're not aligning with the person that you're dating, with for the 90 days. So, for example, 90 days, you're struggling because you're trying to have sex, gentlemen. If she don't like that, you're losing her. You know what I mean? So, I really, when I hear the 90 days thing on both sides, I just think it brings
Stacky.
so much expectation that's just potentially leading down to a bad path. Like 90 days is up. you guys spent the 90 days and then y'all had just stopped talking. You know what I mean? I don't. That is such a good question, AJ. You got me with this one. You did.
You see why
Oh
I don't prep
man,
you guys? I don't give you the questions ahead, so it makes you think in the moment.
it does. It does. Okay. No expectations. 90 days. No expectations. Have conversations. Have open dialogue. Understand what's happening within y'all dating life, relationship life, whatever. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Slim, what's your
Yeah.
thought?
Basically, I believe in letting shit happen organically. So I'm with Val. Like, I don't really believe in the whole, like Miss Goying said, that's weird. It's some weird shit in my opinion. Because like Val said, you put expectations on it. Um, I just believe you should let shit happen organically. If it is, me personally, I never expect anything. Now, do I hope? Would I like? You know what I mean? Of course. But I don't have an expectation for anything. You know what I mean? I went on a date, this past weekend, and it was fucking great. I had one of the best times of my life. But I had zero expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't have, especially if I'm really digging you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, because I have no problem taking you out, getting to know you, because I want to get to know you at that point. So I am going to take you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am going to court you. I'm going to serenade you. I'm going to try my best to just be in your space as much as possible, even if it's just me posted up at your crib talking. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to get to know you. And eventually, I mean, I'm confident enough that if I feel like you're giving me that space and you continue giving me that space, eventually, it's going to be what it's going to be at some point. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I going to go a certain amount of days and nothing happens? Like, that all depends on how we build. If the intimacy is building and building and building, and then I realize it just stops and it's a line that we're not ever crossing, you know what I'm saying? Then, I won't physically say anything to you.
Right.
Because I do feel like that's putting an expectation on you. However, I am going to respond to you and how you move, how you physically move, not like what you say. Like, fuck what you say. If I notice, okay, we got to this point, we just making out and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm not in high school. That's not going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I'll back off because your actions are telling me at that point that either I had the wrong intentions or, you know what I'm saying, you scared or for whatever reason you're hesitant about crossing this specific line. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, just based off your actions, your response, I'm going to naturally fall back. But I would never come to you and say, oh, well, we should be doing this or you should be doing that, or, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. If you don't want to give me that gem, I'll call it, you know what I mean? That precious gem, that precious ruby on your own organically, then I'm not going to ask for it. I'm not. Because like we just said in our first conversation, I want you to give it to me as well. So.
But are you sabotaging things by backing off if she's not ready? Like, okay, so on one hand, you say you don't have any expectations, and when she gives it to you is when she gives it to you.
Yeah.
But if you guys are vibing and like you said, look, when we're not in high school or whatever the case may be, but if she's cautious because she's still unsure, but she's still giving you that vibe and those signals, so she's kissing, she's letting you rub on her, you know what I mean? She might have given you a hand job or whatever. She's letting you know that she has sexual interest. She's just not there yet to the point of giving you the precious gem. Is you not backing off showing that you have expectations?
Maybe. Now you asked me I can see how that can be perceived. However, I would be backing up because I know me. And at the same time, if we're that committed when I'm making out with you, and you know what I mean, we've touched and we feel and we are being intimate in a sense, we're just not going beyond a certain level of intimacy, I'm cutting everybody else for you. You know what I mean? I'm turning down pussy at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really interested in you. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that it should be boom, 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 like stair webs at all. If I know it's go, I'm not doing 6 months of fucking making out and getting hand jobs. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Why? So then you have an expectation. Okay, hold on. There's a ceiling. There's a ceiling to your dating. Let's not call it an expectation because people don't like that word.
I don't like.
But there's a cap to your dating.
I don't like expectations but I would never let you know that. I would never apply the pressure for you to give that to me. Even if I do have the expectation, I'm not going to apply that pressure to you and put it on you where you feel obligated to give it to me. I'm not going to do that. Although I have what I like and I have what I think or where I feel like I should be or where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's more so me not applying that pressure. I don't want to make you feel like you're obligated to give because you're not. And I know you're not. Although I want it and I want it bad. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I'm cutting off because you didn't give me no twat. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like that. It's going to be more so, all right, well.
What?
All right, sorry.
All right.
No, I just want to make sure. I haven't heard that word in forever. Sorry. Okay, wait. Sorry. Just let me read a comment real quick. Sherry Ubel. I hope I'm saying that right. Listen, if you don't want to wait the 90 days and respect me and my wishes, that's fine. You showed me who you are, and that's not someone I want. She had also made a point about talking about the differences in courting, what courting used to be like versus what dating and I don't even know if courting is a thing for a lot of people, but the difference between courting versus dating. If the process is that you're trying to get to know this person to be with this person, then the 90 days shouldn't be an issue because you know you're going to be with the person.
Exactly.
If somewhere in the back of your mind, you have that anticipation, even if you don't want to say you have no expectation, you do have a low-key expectation in the back of your mind that you're spending time, you're spending money, you're doting on this person, you're showing her everything that you need to show her about your character and the content of who you are as a man. Why isn't she giving you some? Because that's the glue that seals everything?
Yes. Yes.
If you walk away before that 90-day period, because that's what she told herself is where her level of comfort lies, then you do have an expectation. There's no way around it.
No, you're right. But for me, the 90 days is not a thing. That's 3 fucking months. I know Joe says it's longer than that. That's not the problem. My thing is that once we get beyond, if you have to tell me that, if you have to tell me 90 days, and that's the problem off the rip. Do you understand my point? Because I would feel weird as a man because now I feel like, oh, well, once the 90 days is up, the clock's, what's going on with the clock now? You know what I mean? We're at the 91st day, That's kind of creepy to me. That's weird to fucking me. You know what I'm saying? As a man. So the fact that you even say 90 days, that's not organic. That's you putting a timeline on it as the woman. I respect it, obviously, but I kind of feel weird respecting, not in the sense that I have to disrespect it. I just feel weird that what is about 90 days that makes it your cat? You know what I mean? Not 91 or 95. You know what I'm saying? That's just strange to me. I just believe in letting that shit happen organically. If it happens in 90 days, 95 days, 100 days, then it just happens organically. If I'm feeling you that much, it don't matter. A motherfucker will wait all day. At least I will wait all, you know what I mean? If I'm feeling you that much. Because like Val said, I'm stimulated by your mind at that point. It's deeper than your body. You know what I'm saying? At that point.
So, Mr. L, before I get to you, Miss Goyabine said that she saw I think what she's trying to say is that it's better that the person gives you the heads up to say, like, you know what, like if you're looking to fuck me, like this week or next week, I'm not about that. I want to spend time with you. I want to get to know you. Normally I give it like, maybe 3 months because I feel like at that point we have a better understanding of one another to see where this is going to go, rather than me giving up my pom pom to you like in the first week because you've taken me out to dinner and you've treated me nice for a little bit. And now because I'm in my feelings, I'm doing something that I might not have done otherwise. And things are not as blurred because now we're in headlong in the sexual space and we've stopped doing the getting to know one another because we're preoccupied with the sex. Sorry. Slim, we're going to come back. Hold on. Let Mr. L say something real quick. Okay. Mr. L.
Oh, man. So I was trying to get an understanding a little bit as well. What Slim was saying is that cool, 90 days, like, hey, if that's what your preference is, that's fine. I understand what he's saying. Like, all right, so why the 90 days? You can explain it. You don't have to. I've always been curious as why people choose 90 days, 3 months.
Yeah.
I've seen times where people have held out 3 months, and the person never hit them back up. So to me personally, like the 90-day thing for me is just like bullshit. Now to somebody else, because I know like Sherry, that's her thing. If that's her thing, that's her thing. If that's your thing, I'm not knocking it. But for myself, it's like, yo, that's fine. If you want to do 90 days, I can respect that. Because if I'm dating you, it's not a sex thing for me. Mm-hmm. Eventually, would I like to have sex? Yes, because I'm a sexual person. I enjoy sex, but I'm not going to sit here and pressure. And I think that's kind of like what Slim was saying is like, he's not putting that expectation on them. He knows himself. He knows that, like, all right, like 6 months, like, I would like to be having sex. That person, the woman, knows that in 90 days, she doesn't want to have sex until after day 90. If that conversation comes up, then 90 days is fine. If that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But if you want to do 90 days, like, hey, if that's what your preference is, that's fine. I understand what he's saying. Like, if that's what your preference is, then that's fine. they would have to have that talk like, well, I want to wait for 90 days. And someone's like, all right, yeah, cool. But, I would like to, by 60 days, have sex because that's who I am, you know? So to me, that's the same thing. That's the same thing because he knows what he wants, she knows what she wants. Then they have to come together, find out like, all right, well, this is how we're going to go about this. This is the route that we're going to go. But yeah, for myself, if you want to wait 90 days, that's fine. They got plenty of coconut oil. I can just do my thing. I'm not in it just for sex anyway. Like I'm trying to get to know you as a person. So this is you. I would love to know, why you wait the 90 days. If there's something that happened, because it's you, it's who you are. Like this is there's a reason behind this, and that's just how my mind works. I like knowing why things are the way they are, why people do things the way that they do them. So once you take that,
that might actually let me give it to you in like 7 days instead of 90. The fact that you would take the time to ask me what has happened that brought me to a place of deciding or needing to say to myself, like, I need to give myself 90 days to see. If you take that level of interest in me, you might get it in the first 7 days. I'm just saying.
I mean, like,
you don't feel like that would be misconstrued a little bit though?
I've been celibate before, That's cool. Yeah. I can go to as sexual of a person as I am. And
Celibate now.
Enjoy it. I enjoy doing things. Giving up 3 months of sex, like I'm really rocking with you. Like their personality has to be great because it's keeping me around. I'm not saying that sex makes me like stay around, but like if I'm dating you for 3 months, like I'm really vibing with you, and the sex isn't like it might be on my mind somewhere. Like oh shit, I wonder how sex would be with this person, but not like a damn I need to have sex with this person or whatever.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be like a fiend.
Yeah, I'm not in for it.
So if you're into them and you decided that you're going to do the 90-day wait, would you fuck somebody else while you're waiting 90 days on that particular person? Val, you love me, Val. You love me. Tell me, Val.
No.
Would you have sex with somebody else in that 90-day period while you're getting to know the woman that you really want to get to know?
No. Because look, it's, Mr. L said it earlier too. Like,
what
you guys are vibing. You guys are having that conversation. Slim said mental stimulation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So okay, you go and you fuck somebody else. What if the girl that you've been vibing with, she finds out? Now what? You're fucked. Why? Why even do that to you?
So well, all right. So we're gonna say niggas, and I'm gonna say niggas. I never call women niggas. That's just something I don't do.
Niggas is men and women. Niggas is genderless.
I call them niggas
because women
genderless
too.
I call them
niggas. My homegirl, the fun sexual, jumped in here. She said yes. So my thing is, it all depends on how you define dating and what do you guys discuss. Because based off of a first date, chances in this day and age, people are dating one day. So you can't be like, well, yeah, you got to wait 90 days for me, but the other person that you date, you can't sleep with them. Like you don't hold weight in my life just yet for that. Like I
fuck up a good thing every day.
People, that's cool and all, but for you after the first date, like yeah, we want to wait 90 days. One, myself personally, I'm not dating more than one person at a time. I just don't have the time and the energy for it. Fucking more than one person at a time, that's different. But dating, it's I'm invested in you. So this is not me personally, but I do see instances where it's just like, all right, you can't be mad at this person if they're already dating somebody else, and you know that they're dating or openly dating. Openly dating means you're free to go do whatever. You are not entitled to anybody, nothing like that. Now, I get it just based off of like we'll say morals or gentlemanship. Like, nah, if I'm sitting here trying to get to know you, but I would expect that same thing. I'm not a person who's gonna be like, yo, you can't be out here doing this, but I'm gonna do this. Nah, if we're openly dating other people and you tell me I gotta wait 90 days, but you over here smashing another nigga, like yeah, but all right, maybe he had to wait his 90 days. But if I'm doing my thing and you're doing your thing, but we're still dating, then at a certain point, it'll probably come to like hey, let's get this thing. It's just me and you. We're exclusive. Now, I don't want you dating I don't want you, seeing anybody else, sleeping with anybody. And that can, for some, that could fall within the 90 days. You could be connecting with them without the sex. Between that, you can like, yo, I want to see how these things are going. So therefore, yo, shorty, I'm good. Nah, I don't want to come over tonight because I got a shorty I'm that invested in, that interested in. We're like, yo, we're gonna do this exclusive thing, cut it off, and then when our 90 days hits, if she wants to go, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey, yo, baby, 90 days.
Right.
Open. Nah, because it's like
11:59
that.
p.m.
What happens at 2 days and y'all still ain't had sex? To me,
Right.
and then like you still let that shit flow naturally. You don't sit there and be like don't get me wrong, I'll be looking, maybe every now and then, like, dang, has it been 90 days? Okay, cool. That 90 days gives me the like, oh, this shit could pop off at any moment vibe.
Right.
It doesn't mean that, hey, we're gonna have sex on day 90.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. But that's kind of, I feel like that's what it implies. Like, if I'm digging you, if I'm really liking you, you don't got to worry about it. I'm not even counting. I don't count. I don't care about the 90
Right.
days. I don't care about that. Not to say I don't lust for you, because I definitely do. I'm definitely attracted to you. And I may even, in the words of Mr. L, sprinkle some shit in here and there just to make sure so I don't fall into the friendship zone. However, like I said, I'm never want to apply pressure, and I always believe in, the organicness of the situation and letting it happen on its own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I've never been the type of nigga who expected pussy after the first date. I just never. I got more respect for myself, and I would like to think the women that I choose to invest in, I date, and got respect for themselves a little bit. I'm not just saying it's a lack of respect if you do fuck me the first night. It's not. However, I don't go in with that expectation like, oh, she's gonna give me this because I did X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? I just don't believe that. But like I said, if I'm digging you and I really like you and I really am feeling you, I enjoy your time more than anything. You know what I mean? I said that since day one of this podcast. You know what I mean? Although this is a sex promotion podcast, sex oriented shit like that, I still need that mental stimulation. I still need to enjoy your company. I know, and that if I'm trying to build with you, which when I'm dating, that's my end goal, to build with you, to marry you, and things like that, then we need to be able to vibe when we're not having sex, because we can't have sex 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? We can't, you know what I mean?
I'm sure.
I don't put sex at the base of my relationships, so therefore it's not as
Definitely.
hard for me. Like I said, I'm a very
It
sexual
counts.
person. I enjoy it. But when it comes to a relationship, like, I am trying to really, really dive into who you are, get to know
Mm-hmm.
you, see how you act and how you move. I'm not basing that off sex. Like, yeah, trust me, all the sex got to be somewhere, at least decent, with, you with room to work and whatever. But when you take, I just don't base it off of sex, because when sex is removed from it, then what do you have?
Exactly. When I'm dating you, seriously, I'm trying to build you. My end goal is to make you a better person at the end of the day. It's
Yes.
to make you a better person when I'm dating you. That's my fucking end goal. Whether it's making you smile at the end of the day, whether it's telling you good morning every morning, whether it's helping you switch career paths, whether it's because if we on the same team and we dating, eventually when you good, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? When I'm good, you good. So my end goal is to make you a better person at the end of the day. So the sex here and over there. We can teach you that. If you ain't good at that, then I can make you better at that as well. But that's not the end all be all. Overall, to make you better so we can build this life together, so we get these blocks going, so we can continue to enjoy each other's company. That's my end goal.
Okay. Well, my loves, my guys,
Is it that time
um,
already?
it's that time already. I try to keep us on time because I don't want to. I know, like, we have the potential to talk for like 5 and 20 hours, which we're not doing today. I want to thank each of you, of course, as always, for your insight, for your honesty, for your openness, for being candid, for sharing the bits and pieces that you do about yourself, selves. It'd be great if I could speak English. Not my thing today. For those of you who are in the chat and everyone who offered tidbits, words of wisdom, your feedback, your input, we appreciate you. Gentlemen, let the people know who you are. What's the order? Mr. L, you get to go last this time because I know you need
Yeah,
to sprinkle
still got to close. You
your
got to
tea, sprinkle
drop
your.
it. Drop it. That's a
Yeah,
signal.
right.
That's a signal.
From now on, that'll be the thing. We don't have to even say Mr. L's name. Everybody just go like this, so we know who we're
You know
talking
what
about.
it is. There it
Sprinkle.
is. All right, listen, I'll take it off. Look, I'm Aston Stay Scheming on IG. I'm representing 973 Vibes. Y'all know where to find us, all streaming platforms. I want to thank everybody who watched, everybody who participated, all the comments, the whole crew, Smutty Avengers, got my homies. AJ, you know what it is already. We're going to talk later on this week, how we do, probably a little bit after this, just to recap.
I got some shit to go do.
That's
We're
it,
not
yeah.
talking after this. I have some peanuts to handle. Thanks.
You do have some. Appreciate that one. All in all, thank you, fellas.
That's why she keeping us on time. She got some
That's why she
big
keep us on time.
Okay, first of all, I keep us on time. So that's what I do.
Hey,
Don't
homie,
do
it's
me like that.
10:29. It's
Don't do me
10:29.
like that. Don't do me like that. Come on now, be nice.
It's not bros over hoes anymore these days. Got you.
You know, if we were able to go like hang out and go get a drink after this, then absolutely I would choose you guys over penis any day.
That's
Real
cool.
shit,
Listen,
I absolutely would. But seeing as how the borders are still closed,
if somebody's
you know,
trying to
Is
listen,
Canada still closed? We can't even take a trip up there to come see you, man. That's fucked
Canada
up.
is still closed. Listen to me. I know we're going overtime. Canada is closed to Canadians. I can't go to the neighboring state without permission. And even then, like it's
welcome to America.
imagine. Okay, so
Everybody
Slim, you're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay,
Me.
imagine wanting to go over to New York and you get to like that border and there's like border patrol there that says you can't come into New York. We're closed. That's what's happening here. We can't even go as Canadians within Canada. We get to stay here. That's it. So
Feel bad for the hoes who fucked the whole block.
you know what? It's eventually gonna lift, and we're gonna work out a way to do a live, the four of us together in the same space. That'd be dope. I don't know when or where that's gonna happen, but that's part of the plan. That's part of the agenda. Mr. Val, Mr. Dating _ Gen YZ.
Yes. First and foremost, I have to say the chat was lit tonight. Okay,
Definitely.
So big up to everybody in the chat. You guys were having great conversation. You guys gave us some great questions too, actually, for real. So definitely thank you guys. AJ, you already know. Much appreciation. Slim, you already know. These conversations, man. Oh my God, Mr. L. I'm learning. I'm learning from everybody on this panel. I appreciate it. I just want to say that real quick. So thank you very much. Everybody, again, it's Val, Dating _ Gen YZ. I am trying my absolute best to help everybody who wants a serious relationship cultivate the dating and relationship lives that they truly deserve. What I have next, that's coming up this Friday. So remember, first podcast, I said that I was doing a series, The Intricacies of Dating and Relationships. So this Friday's episode 2, I'm actually going to be on with Sherry Ubel. She was commenting here. So it should be an interesting show. And again, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here. You guys made this live.
Val, I just gotta say this. I'm gonna get to you yourself 1 second. But Val, you do help me because I see your I follow your page, I follow Dave. Yeah, your posts be lit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, I'm sharing for promotion because you're my right hand man and shit. But I also share them because they are inspirational and they kind of keep me focused. You know what I'm saying? They keep me in track. So you keep doing what you're doing, yo. Because if ain't nobody else listening, I'm listening, bro. Believe me.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I meant to call you out earlier because I thought I saw a post about the podcast, happening. I was like, yo, my guys, I'm hyped for you, man. AJ, thank you once again for having me on. Y'all showed up on time today. Hey. Once again, I expect to hear some hotels soon. Slim, my guy, keeping it real. Love your perspectives. Val's gonna be my relationship counselor. Marriage counselor, all of that. I just hope you know, bro. I'm putting you on the books, Val.
I'm gonna get married. Be calling Val like, yo, man.
Yo, we all gonna mediate us. We all gonna
each other. Val, she tripping, man.
Yo, Val, I need you to meet Val, please. She
And plus, my boo thing, she gonna have to hold me down like your wifey do. Shout out to her.
Hey,
always gotta give the praises to the first lady over there. But hey, y'all, thank y'all for listening. Like they said, the chat, y'all were lit. I love that. I love the interaction back. Helps conversation to keep going, keep flowing, and gives us different perspectives and ideas that we didn't even think about ourselves. Although it is 4 of us on here talking, y'all in the chat, y'all are a part of this too. So thank y'all. Once again, I am Mr. L, the host of From the Mind of Mr. L podcast. There will be an episode this week. My apologies for taking like a couple weeks off, but there will be an episode this week that you all will enjoy. So make sure y'all go check that out. It will either be Thursday night or Friday morning. We talk about sex positivity, educating, entertaining, all of that good stuff. You'll get some good laughs. You'll learn some things. You might even go out and try some things. That is my goal with this podcast. That's once again from the mind of Mr. L. I am the sensual sadist, the compassionate dom, the southern gent with the sprinkle of filth.
Hey, hey, hey. We like that. Very, very nice.
I do like that.
Somebody go ahead and Photoshop my face on Salt Bay.
You know what? I'm gonna make that as a meme for you. I'm gonna meme you. I'm gonna do
There we
that.
go.
This week. I'm gonna meme you.
I'm glad you said it because I was damn sure thinking that shit a couple
You know
weeks
what?
ago,
That's
bro.
gonna be my new podcast logo right there. I'm gonna get somebody.
Word up. Just your face, cut and paste it.
It's gonna be filth. It's gonna be filth in little white words, just sprinkling off of my fingers.
Yeah, word. I can see that.
Shiny wants to know what you're doing with the strainer. That's his sprinkler. That's what he sprinkles with. You tap it, you knock it.
Just because it's Instagram Live and I could be held accountable for what I say, I can't tell you what I'm about to do with this strainer.
Okay, so we're gonna leave right now because
nobody will be
concerned. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to know what that's about. Gentlemen, my hearts, I love you guys so much. Thank you for doing this with me. I think that this is such like it's a great thing that we're doing, not on like no ego or nothing like that, but just the different perspectives, the different personalities, the way that we mesh, the way that we jive, the way that we come together, and the realness of what it is that we're doing. I think that, you know, we're definitely doing a good thing, and I appreciate you all for, you know, agreeing to do this with me. So thank you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Love y'all.
Thank you, man.
I'll let y'all later.
Love y'all, man. Be easy, man. Everybody be safe.
Good night.
So that was us, 3 guys and a girl. Thank you all for joining the live. For those of you who stayed from the beginning until the end, for everyone who joined in, for people who came and went, for everybody who offered something, for everybody who partook of the discussion, to my guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for doing this with us. And we will be back in 2 weeks with another round of 3 guys and a girl. Talk to you later.